What to do if I've got no money? Have you ever experienced that you only left $50 in your bank account? What should you do to improve that situation? Welcome back to my channel, the channel for personal finance and money matters. Remember to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell if you'd like to watch more videos like this. Hi, my name is Luis, your financial educator. You open the fridge and only a small packet of rice you forgot there a month ago is staring back at you. No food, no warmth, no money in the bank. Your mind starts surging with panic, screaming at you. In this video, I will share with you what to do when you have no money. I'm not talking about being so skinned that you have to cancel your iPhone payment. I'm talking about real emergencies. A situation where hard choices become unavoidable. For example, it is like choosing between buying food, having a haircut and replacing your worn-out socks, taking the bus and having your clothes washed. This is the kind of I have no money emergency I'm talking about. You may think that you would never be in a position where you have no money, you have a secure job. After all, don't you? Get off it. If life had taught me one thing, it is that anything may happen at any time. This includes job loss, overwhelming debt, currency devaluation that wipes out your savings, or a fire that leaves you homeless. Anyone, including university professors, can find themselves in a situation where they have to make impossible choices. I've seen a business owner who has been running business for decades and eventually closed the business due to COVID-19. I've seen top sales in the company being fired immediately by his boss without any reason due to this pandemic. I've seen a business owner used to earn more than 6 figures a year in the past, and he's now a GrabFood rider to deliver food. Think again and think carefully when you catch yourself thinking that you would never be in a situation where you have no money at all. Flipping from comfort and security to I have no money is as early as your next breath and can happen almost as fast. When I first started my career a long time ago now, I had no money left at the end of the month. Still, I was young and my solutions were the ones that tie you up for a day or a week. When you are young, you have the rest of your life to figure out a better way. When I have no money, I did these things. Went to a supermarket to fill my stomach with the foods and beverages for testing purposes, so my stomach stopped screaming for food. Did a weekend job to earn extra $50 per day to pay for my utility expenses. Live frugally because I only spent $1 or $2 for a meal. Became an Uber driver and drove every night after my day job to get extra $30 to $50 per day. I'm guessing that you are beyond that. I'm guessing that you are wondering what to do with no money. Now, older and wiser. This is what I do when facing a money crisis. Some of the actions shared below I practice regularly. Others are on the back burner, hoping I'll never need to use this again. Here is what to do when you have no money. Number 1, make sure there is food for 3 to 4 weeks in the house. In my experience, you should deal with the worst and most basic fears first. Being worried all the time where the next meal is going to come from is exhausting and doesn't leave space for tackling much else. So make sure that you have food for up to 4 weeks in the house. This has to be mainly stuff that keeps: rice, tin food, flour, and sugar. If you have a freezer and your electricity is still on, and you can make a lot of vegetable soup and freeze it. Where am I going to get all this when I have no money at all? You may be thinking, you are asking the wrong question. The one to ask is, how am I going to make sure there is enough food in the house? Once you have made sure that you have food for 4 weeks in the house, you can exhale and tackle the rest. Number 2, learn the difference between needs and wants. One of the biggest reasons people end up in financial trouble and sick of having no money is because they don't clearly understand the difference between a need and a want in their life. And while at first glance, the difference between the two may seem simple, when it comes to spending money, we humans have a way of convincing ourselves that certain wants are actually needs. For example, you may need a car in order to commute to work, but that doesn't mean you should buy or lease a brand new car and settle yourself with a bunch of debt. Anything beyond a car that gets you from point A to point B safely is one. The smarter decision would be to save up a few $1,000s and pay cash for a car. It might not be the world's most beautiful or technologically advanced vehicle, but it is all you need. The quicker you learn the difference between a need and a want in your financial life, the better off you'll be. Number 3, sell everything that doesn't move for 10 minutes. And if this happens to be your grandmother, so be it. Okay guys, I'm joking, but there's a serious point in all this. Please look around you and make a list of things to sell. It doesn't matter whether you really don't want to part with something. If you haven't used it in the last couple of months, you need to shift it. You'll be surprised what people would buy. If you want to get an idea, go to eBay and have a look around, then start doing it. Number 4, you need to have some cash. In the first instance, you'll need to borrow it, very likely. But you need to have some cash. Spend it wisely because this is your capital. Use it to get around when looking for a job and paying for small items you may need. Spending wisely also means that you must brush up on your budgeting and money management skills. Number 5, make money on the side. When it comes to budgeting and personal finance, it's easy to get so caught up in cutting expenses that you forget about one of the best ways to improve your financial life: making more money. And these days, the opportunities to do so are pretty much endless. For starters, you could sell a bunch of your stuff. I mean, if you are going to be cleaning up your financial life, you might as well take the time to clean up your home as well and get rid of all that crap you never use. Another great option if you want to increase your income is to get a second job. This is perfect if you need an immediate boost in your income or even a short-term increase while you work to get out of debt or build up some savings. You can easily make an extra $1,000 to $2,000 per month by working a second job, and that amount of money can seriously fuel your financial efforts. The third option, and my personal favorite, is to start a side business. Whether that means mowing lawns, developing websites, managing social media for local businesses, or blogging, you can make a lot of money on the side with a small business of your own. Just be sure to start a business that doesn't require much money to get going. The goal is to make money, not spend a bunch of it on a business that isn't generating revenue yet. That's the 5 things to do if you have got no money. Like this video if you find it useful and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.